If you're a dog owner in Morgan Hill, you've probably pictured the ideal scenario. Relaxing walks downtown, maybe some fun at the dog park, just having a companion you can take pretty much anywhere. Well, this explainer is going to be your roadmap to making that happen. We're going to help you find the perfect local dog trainer. Let's get started.
Just imagine this for a second. You're grabbing a coffee downtown, and your dog is just chilling at your feet, not lunging at every single person who walks by. Or maybe you're hiking the trails out at Anderson Lake, and the leash is actually loose in your hand. These are the moments that make having a dog in Morgan Hill so great, and they really do all start with getting the right training.
So before you even open up a search engine, making a few key decisions first is going to make this whole process way, way simpler. We're going to look at three main things: the trainer's philosophy, the different formats available, and what their credentials actually mean. First up, let's talk about training philosophy. Honestly, the gold standard in modern dog training today is what's called positive reinforcement. So instead of punishing your dog for messing up, it's all about rewarding them for doing the right thing. This approach doesn't just work better, it also builds a really strong, trusting relationship between you two. Using fear or punishment can often backfire and create even more behavior problems down the road, so this is definitely something you want to look for. Okay, next up is the format. As you can see here, group classes are fantastic for teaching your dog how to focus when there are other dogs and people around, which is perfect if you're trying to get them ready for a busy day downtown. On the other hand, private lessons give you that one-on-one attention, which is really ideal for tackling specific problems you're only seeing at home, like, say, barking at the delivery guy or jumping all over your guests. So what about all those letters you see after a trainer's name? What do they even mean? Well, you can think of it like this. Certifications like CPDTKA are kind of like a bachelor's degree in dog training. They show a really solid foundation of knowledge. Now, for more serious issues, we're talking deep-seated fear, anxiety, or aggression, you'll want to look for advanced certifications like a CBCCKA. That's more like a master's degree, showing they have specialized expertise in behavior. And of course, we've got to talk about cost. Having a good handle on the typical price range here in the Morgan Hill and South Bay area helps you plan everything out and find a program that actually fits your budget. So what kind of investment are we really talking about for dog training around here? Let's take a look at the numbers. This table gives you a pretty good ballpark of what to expect. As you can see, a group class is often the most affordable way to go, while those really immersive programs like board and trains are a much bigger investment. And remember, these prices can vary based on a trainer's experience, and of course, the high cost of living right here in Santa Clara County plays a role too. Okay, now that you know what you're looking for, it's time to actually start talking to some potential trainers. Think of this next part as your personal vetting checklist to make sure you find the absolute perfect match for you and your dog. Here are 5 questions you've got to ask. First, nail down their philosophy to make sure it's all about positive reinforcement. Second, verify those credentials we talked about. Third, check that they can create a customized plan for your dog and your lifestyle. Fourth, get clear on what your role is going to be, because training is a team sport. And last but not least, get a clear breakdown of every single cost up front so there are no surprises. Being a responsible dog owner is about more than just training. It's also about knowing the local rules. So let's connect these training ideas to the specific laws and resources we have right here in Morgan Hill. Okay, this one is huge. Here in Morgan Hill, your dog has to be on a leash that's 6 feet long or shorter anytime you're in a public space. This is exactly why practicing that loose leash walking is so fundamental. It's not just for your convenience. It's about following the law and being a good neighbor to everyone else. So where can you go to practice? Well, the trails at Anderson Lake are perfect for working on leash manners with all sorts of new smells and maybe some wildlife distractions. The sidewalks downtown offer a bigger challenge with more people and noises. And for practicing that all-important recall without a leash, the fenced area at the Morgan Hill Dog Park is your best friend. It's a totally safe space to work on it. And hey, just a couple other important rules to keep on your radar. Santa Clara County requires all dogs to have their rabies vaccine and be officially licensed. And also, you should know that excessive barking can actually be considered a nuisance violation here. Good training can help you manage that long before it ever becomes an issue with your neighbors. In the end, finding the right trainer is really about finding a partner who can guide you. It's truly the first and maybe most important step toward building an amazing life with a happy, well-behaved dog. One who can join you everywhere, from relaxing at home with family to walks in your neighborhood to enjoying all the beautiful parks and patios our city has to offer.